Hello there, welcome to the corporate agenda for Thursday, and it's another jam-packed session for this one. We're going to start talking about the Black Horse Bank. Yes, I'm referring to Lloyds, of course, which is taxpayer supported, and it's suffered a drop in light of the Brexit vote and is expected to rule out any significant hike in its dividend payment when they report their latest numbers. Then let's move on and talk about Anglo American, which is currently in a transition period, trying to sell a set of Australian coal mines at the moment in a move towards a leaner operation focused on copper, diamonds and platinum. Now, we're going to talk about a completely different company just now, because historically we've seen that smokers continue to smoke throughout economic downturns. And this bodes well for a company such as this, which is British American Tobacco. And shareholders, they've enjoyed annual returns of 15% over the last 5 years. So we are indeed expecting positive numbers. And then something entirely different is AstraZeneca, which is another defensive stock. Because, well, for entirely different reasons, opposite reasons, because sadly, recession or no recession, people get sick and still need their medicine. Also, another element to this one is the drop in the sterling. It's another boost because companies such as this one, they generate most of their earnings overseas. All right, let's move on and talk about BT Group, because they are going to unveil their first quarter earnings. Now, the company rose in the last session after the regulator Ofcom rejected calls for a breakup of the company. All right, let's have a look at this big long list that we're expecting from the UK. We've got, well, let's talk about Shell for a second, because it is Europe's largest oil company. Last earnings report was pretty dismal. That's thanks to lower oil and gas prices. And historically, the company has missed estimates in 3 of the last 4 quarters. We've also got Sky on the list there now, which is now trading around, well, it's yearly lows actually. There's talk of increased competition from the likes of BT and Virgin Media, although Sky is still the market leader in the pay-for-TV sector. And then we've got the Smirnoff and Guinness maker there. We've got BAE Systems, the defence producer. Again, another Brexit insulated stock as well for you. As you can see, you can have a look at there. I just want to talk about Thomas Cook, because actually, now that the summer has arrived at last, this doesn't bode well for the travel company, because the British public are less desperate to leave on a plane. Now, added to this, there's of course the terrorism fears as well after the attacks that we saw in France, Belgium and Turkey. All right, let's move on and talk about those European earnings, because there's plenty of these as well. We've got Total on there, we've got Danone as well, most famous for their yogurts. We've got cosmetics on the list as well, European banks, and we've got motor companies too. All right, let's move on and get over to the States, because we have Alphabet, the Google owner. This will weigh in and give us their latest figures. Now, last time earnings were missed, and this caused the share price to drop in response, despite a 17% increase in revenue. So it's all about those expectations and whether you beat them or not. All right, let's talk about another tech giant, Amazon, with second quarter earnings, which is also expected solid results as well for this one. Now, this comes just weeks after the Prime Day, which the company said was its biggest day for the company. So it'll be interesting to see if that plays into that. And obviously, we'll be looking at those comments, those crucial comments that come out with the numbers. All right, let's have another look at a list, because there's plenty of those to look out for. As you can see, we've got Ford Motor just there, MasterCard on the list too. Now, Ford has actually ramped up production of its highly profitable trucks and their sport utility vehicles as well, which is driving the earnings and is expected to go up another gear in the second quarter as well. MasterCard as well, wanted to mention that one, because it's just acquired a UK payment processing company as well for $920 million. It's called VocaLink. So, loads and loads and loads. I hope you're concentrating through all of that. Otherwise, you can pause it and scribble them all down. But thank you for watching. Really appreciate it. We'll be back in the morning at 7:30 a.m. To take a look at how these earnings come out, especially the FTSE as well. We'll be watching that here in London. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.